Welcome to another video. In this video, we will implement a feature to reward users who are active every day. So basically an activity streak kind of thing. And to do that, the first thing we need to do is add a field to the schema. So if I go to schema.ts, here we're already at the user data model. And I think this is where we will add something which we could call activity streak, I guess. And it will just be an integer that defaults to 0 and has a not null value. So that actually looks good. Then we need to implement the actual rewards that we give to people for every day that they're active. And I think if we go to profile libs, we have a file here for various profile calculations. And here we can make a method for calculating the rewards. So we go activities, streak, rewards. And it takes an input being the number. So how many days the user has been active. And how do we calculate the rewards? No, it has not like that. Let's do something like this, where we make an object and we say the reward will be the number of days times 100 money you get. And then I actually also want to reward reputation points. And let's set that to 0 by default. And then we do something like every 10 days, we give 1 reputation points. So reputation points. And we have to floor that, so we do streak. So basically that means after 10 days you get 1 point, after 20 days you get 2 points again, so a total of 3, and so forth. We can always adjust that. Let's go with this for now. Return rewards. So this is the method that actually gives the rewards. Next up, we have to actually run this against the user. So if we go to our router, gRPC router for profile, we have a method in here called fetch regenerated user. So this method is the one we call on the get user endpoint, the one that actually gets the user for us. And it's what's responsible for updating regeneration. It updates, also updates this updated at status. And this is where I think we need to hook in our method. So let's first of all import that thing we just wrote. It's from the same file as here. What did we call it? Activity streak rewards. And I can see we actually made some type aliases for all these. So while we're here, we might as well change this like that. And we also have a type alias for this. It's within the server folder, just for maintenance sake. Okay, so now we have our method. We can go to the fetch regenerated. This one. And I wanted to inject this calculation here, where we're doing the updated at. So we will need to do something like, say, what do we say here? Update. No, first we have to, so get activity rewards, if any, and update timers. Get the rewards here. And that takes in the user activity streak as an input. I have to think a little bit. I think this time we will extract a new data update. So that's the one we're using for updating when we were updated and when we did our regen. So we take that out. Then I guess we should check if it's a new day. So we do now get date. This gets the date in the month or the current date, and that should not be the same as the one in the updated. So basically we have a change of date, but this change could be 30 days, so we don't want that. So we also need a within threshold. So let's say if it's a new day and we're within 36 hours, we accept it as an increment to the activity streak. I'm not sure about this number, so let's do 36 hours times 3600 seconds. If how many seconds passed since the last updated ad is below that, we're within our threshold. And then we can do something like this, where we say if it's a new day, then we update the activity streak, and we set it, if we're within threshold, we set it to what it currently is, +1, otherwise we just set it to 1. So that looks right. And then we need to calculate the rewards. And then down here we input this. So this looks good. Now an issue is we need to get these rewards out of this method. And how do we do that? I think right now this method just returns the user. I think this has to return an object with the user and other stuff. And that's also good for the future, where we might include or return other stuff from here. So let's define rewards already up here. Rewards, e.g. for activity streaks. So we let rewards be, and here we just set it to undefined, but it also needs the type of what comes back from that method we defined. So exactly like this. So this one will either have the type of money reputation points or undefined. And then down here in rewards, we override it. And here at the bottom now, instead of returning the user object, we turn user and rewards. And of course, then we will have to update all instantiations of this one. So we can see we have it quite a few places. Usually it's the same. Const user, const user, const user, const user. This one we have done differently. So let's rename this to user for consistency. And then with that, I think we can take this line and we can do replace all, where we just destructure the user, 14 occurrences. And now these should all be working fine again. Let's just let TypeScript reload everything to see that we don't have any red lines here. Yeah, that seems to work. Perfect. So now we have the rewards. We are returning them from the method, and we also need to update the activity streak on the user data. So this is the fetch regenerated user that does the update and regen and stuff, and that should also update the activity streak like that. And I think then we just need a little bit of front end probably. And let's see, we basically want to show to the user that he gained some rewards. And I think actually within this file, we have the get user method. And here we use this fetch regenerated user. We can get the rewards now here. So if we do this, then I guess we have these notifications. So we're already showing notifications to the user when he's banned or being deleted and stuff. And I think we can hook into this. So we just say if we have some rewards, and then probably it's easiest if we do rewards money or 0. So if we are getting any money rewards, yes, we do like that. Shouldn't really have a, I think, is this optional? No. But I think this one can also be a toast message, and then it doesn't have a link. So let's do like that. And we do the same here. If I think this was called reputation points. Yeah. Reputation points. And let's call it activity streak reward, so that the user knows why he earned it. Good. And those notifications should actually be pushed to the user. So I think we're ready to test it. Let's just restart the app container because we changed the schema a bit. We also need to actually push it to the database. So let's do make db push. And then we restart the container again just to make sure it's all in there. Go. And how do we then test it? Guess we'll have to go to the database to change a little bit. So I will pull 2 seconds this one up. So here I have development database. I go get the localhost user, and we want to basically update his updated at field. This one. Let's change it to yesterday. So now it's like last time I logged in here was yesterday. I do a refresh and it gives me the reward. So that's perfect. Seems to work. And I don't think we spell it like that. So probably we need to modify it a little bit. Get user. Just do a regular O. Also, I guess we're not actually giving the money or reputation points right now, so we probably need to change that down here as well. So we need to figure out here we have the rewards, then we need to update. So if rewards money is set, we need to update the money. Otherwise do nothing. Why is it complaining? Add declare one. Okay, it was just slow. And the same for reputation points. We do reputation points total as well. I guess what are we doing here? This is wrong. We need to update the reputation points to be this. And then we also want to update the reputation points total like this. I think that's better. So let's try again. I will just pull up the database. We try updating the updated at timestamp again. And we check how much money I have, 12.19. And let's just do a quick test here where we set the default reputation points to 10 as well. So I have 44 and 12.19. Let's try refreshing. doesn't seem to have worked at all. That's interesting. Why not? Let's try doing console log on this one, just to see that it's being set. Also, we didn't get a notification that the user got reputation points, despite this one being... this one we want to actually be 0. So it's only when every 10 reputation every 10 days basically. So we'll do like this. We output the rewards, and then let's follow the logs on the container so we can see what's going on. We update the updated add timer again, just to see. Update this, go. We do another refresh. Now we got both, and I think this one was updated. But so I think I know what the reason is here. We're updating the database, but the user object being returned has not been updated. So what we need to do instead is basically like this. Maybe it should actually be done all the way up here. So where we have our rewards here, we should do like this. If rewards money of 0, then user money plus equal rewards money. I guess we can do that in one line, just for, and we do the same for reputation points and reputation points total. That looks right. And then down here, we don't need this and these two entire statements. Instead, we just do money, user money, reputation points, and reputation points total. So one last time. Right now we have 1719 money and we have 54. And I go to the database. I update the updated add field, this one, so yesterday. We do a refresh, and it seems like I got 400 view and 10 reputation points. So this is perfect. We'll just reset this back to 0. And then just to make sure we're not handing out too many reputation points, let's set the streak to day 30. And we set the updated add to yesterday again, just to see what kind of rewards we're getting. So now we're only getting the money because it's day 31, it's not day 30. And if we put this one to day 29 and we update the updated add again, try again, get some reputation points, 3 reputation points and 3,000 view. Perfect. So I think that's it for this feature. I will commit it and push it, and then it should be live in about 3 minutes. Thank you guys for watching.